What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Multiplayer Arc. This is not the single-player world, and you guys are probably wondering why you haven't seen the single-player world in quite a while, and obviously this scene to you may look quite different. That's because I've pretty much finished my castle. There's still a few little things, not the castle, like the castle that's on top of the cliff, which is technically my cage, and then I build a castle on top of it. There's all my dinosaurs down there. I also tamed a Dodicterus and a beaver, but they're out on my boat because I don't plan on building any more before Purge. This took me... how long have I been on personally? I've been on for 90 minutes just building it. Just putting down the items was 90 minutes, but it's probably been about 5 to 8 hours of straight up gathering and crafting and bringing back and putting it in a bin, etc., etc. So I'm just going to show you like a quick run through. And it's not finished. There's still a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to see there's generators in every corner that aren't hooked up to anything, but I'm in the process of hooking them up to stuff. And this is like just me running around the outside. And then this is the inner sanctum, I would like to call it. And then to get up onto the roof, you just go here. And look, here's my Quetz. He won't be here all the time. He'll probably be on the inside. So let's close the trapdoor and explain what we did up here. So we finished off all the side towers. There's no way to get up to... There is actually ways on the inside to get up to side towers, but I'd like to find a way to get them up from here. Maybe, I don't know. I just can't make it look ugly and then make it awful. So I fixed the ramps. Some people were saying, like, do the no breaking mod or the no clipping mod or whatever, but that allows people to build wherever the hell they want, and I don't want people to build wherever the hell they want because they'll be able to build inside rocks and all this kind of stuff. It wasn't the fact that I could place down the ramps after the walls were placed, so I had to delete these edges, place down the walls, and then place the ramps, and I ended up finishing all of that. Everything's all together. We have these edge towers that you can get on top of to snipe off of, and there are windows on the edge of these. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. You can't really see it from this angle, but it is really cool up here. You can see everything. I go down here, I can see off in this direction, everything. I go over here, I can pretty much see where everybody else is built because somebody's built there, somebody's built there, somebody's built along that edge, and I know there's some people built over there, some people built over there. So if I'm getting raided, this is generally the angle in which I will be holding, I guess is the proper term. So pretty awesome up here, honestly. This is just pretty much going to be a base tour, in case you guys were wondering. I don't really have anything planned besides that, because I actually kind of want to go to sleep. As I stayed up all night doing this. And by all night, I mean like 5 a.m. watching streams and watching YouTube videos. Pretty much car videos and puppy videos and the rest that you would ever watch on YouTube. So let's go ahead and keep going down. So as you can tell, everything is kind of layered based on rating. So if I get off on this floor, you really can't get off on these floors. It's pretty difficult. I've done it before, though. Well, we got off on this floor. This is literally just a blank floor. And it's pretty much just through and through all the way down like this. So that way, if somebody does raid me, they're going to have to go through a lot more stone than they'll probably get out of my reinforced area right here. So this is kind of like the subsection. This is the middle like hub. This is the bubble right in the center where all the gear is hiding. So we have junk fabrication, which is kind of like obsidian and metal and cementing paste and silica pearls. And then we have building, which I actually should put some of this stuff away because this is all leftover stuff that I probably need to take around with me as we go around. Also have no armor on me, by the way, just to cut down on weight and being able to carry everything. Throw the stone in there. Throw the wood in there. I have moved everything off of my boat besides like a 1 bin worth of things. And I'm going to have to do that at some point. Also, I don't have a place for flint. Let's put it in here and let's rename this to Hide Chitin Flint. There we go. And then we have metal tools and armor. Plenty of metal tools and armor. I actually crafted most of these things just to fill this up. Just in case we die and we have to run back in. Saddles is just shit that we've collected over time. Guns and ammo. This is just stuff that's pretty much left over from doing the boss fights. Well, dying from the boss fights and then trying to recraft. We also got this. I don't really know. I don't really know. But we overcrafted for boss fights because we expected Kyle to show up or somebody else to show up, but nobody did, so we always had extra gear. We've died so much. I woke up in this last time, and I died from a Dilophosaurus. So, like, I didn't have anything from the raids that I logged off with, and I don't know how I died from a Dilo. I was indoors. I must have fell through the foundations or something and then popped out, and then a Dilo came across me and killed me. And then here's just, like, dye and random junk. This is literally called the junk bin. So this is our nice little inventory corner. And then, of course, we have the fabricator. We have the smithy. And we have the industrial grill. We have the mortar and pestle, the cooking. And then, of course, 5 refining forges. So a lot of stuff going on in here. It's pretty awesome. I like it, personally. I'm actually going to grab a gun real quick just to show kind of like once we're up top how much range you could possibly get out of like what I've built. So I don't have any oil at all. Like I just haven't gathered any. I haven't needed to. I have a fabricator in my other base that has oil in it, and I just haven't grabbed it yet. Not oil, but gasoline, which would power this in the first place. And I haven't even got around to using it. And then we probably should get some oil. I need to get probably a Megalodon or something. I need to build a water base, I would say. Just a base for literally dinosaurs. Like, there's no reason for anybody to raid it. It's literally just going to be dinosaurs in it so I can get oil. And then we'll smelt up some gasoline. And that's why I haven't really completed the generators on the corners. You're probably wondering why this is so claustrophobic. So this is also honeycomb straight up. This is layered 100% like complete through and through that direction, because if you go outside and you go up top, you can see this is the wood ramps. So like wood ramp wise, it would be one wood ramp and one stone wall to get into the bubble. But now with it honeycombed, it's like 4 walls or 3 doors and the wood, and then you're in here. So it's pretty difficult nonetheless. And I was also even thinking about just putting a retaining wall from here to here, and then from here to here. I'd have to move the junk bin, and then I wouldn't have a junk bin unless I would be able to squeeze it in somewhere else, and it was just kind of giving me some OCD issues. So I'm going to figure that out later. Just a retaining wall here. It's only like, what? These are 4 wide, so 8, 16 walls. That would only take me like 5 minutes to do, so wouldn't be that hard. So this is honeycombed pretty much all around. We need to remember to close our doors because we do have a lot of doors to close. So this is completely just retaining walls all around, all honeycombed, all ready to go, pretty much ready. So this actually gives you a good example. So if these weren't here, people would just break the wood and get straight in. But now they have to go through the wood, the wall, and 2 doors, or the wood, the wall, and then 2 walls, and then another wall on the inside if we were to do the retaining, and that's why I want to do the retaining. And this is kind of a video explaining how to raid my base, but whatever. I wanted to show it off. I didn't want to just do all this and then not make a video on it. So these generators, I believe I want them to power either lights that go underneath me into the cage, or lights that go on the roof just to light the roof. But at the same time, lighting the roof could be kind of annoying at night. And then also gasoline, like to run gasoline all the time. And then there's gamma, so why even do it in the first place? So it's like kind of whatever. Really doesn't matter to me. So let's go on up into one of the towers. So these are very not uniform. They're hard to do when you're building. So I remember telling you guys, like when I was placing these walls, it was hard to get them to be like correctly touching each other in the corners and being fine and like working together. So that's why this all looks different and nothing's lined up the same. I just pretty much gave up on that because it already took long as is to do it. And then you see these gaps because the ceiling got placed on the wall instead of placed based on the ceiling below it, and it's not based on the foundation, and then it just all gets messed up. So there's going to be huge gaps in between random stuff, and you're going to see that a lot when you're going up these ladders with the trapdoors because it's just the way it kind of works. So here's floor number 1 of towers. These open up. Again, we have this full direction over here, which is like a beautiful view, honestly. And, of course, these open up in this direction. And this is on every single tower, all 4 of the towers. I would have opened up these sides, but at the same time, I was thinking if I were to open up these sides and somebody just landed on the ramp, they could just shoot straight through your window to you in the face. So I was like, maybe we shouldn't do that. We should just have outer ones. So if we go to the next floor, we also have another set of these windows here. So looking out, just taller. Just it really doesn't matter how like high up in the air you are, because of render distances, dinosaurs won't render in anyway. It's more or less just to get a different angle without them being able to peek you like from a window that they expect you to come from. It's just more windows they peek from. And then of course we have this, which is just the battlement top piece, which there's going to be a chance that I'm going to fall off this during some kind of purge, but it's a pretty awesome build so far, and I really have been enjoying building it. The bottom hasn't changed at all, but I'm thinking that I need to change the bottom, and I think I'm going to give you my ideas for the bottom. This is not my Quetzal, so I don't want to put anything into it. This is Demo's Quetzal that I've been using. It's almost got 1,000 weight, so it's pretty easy to use. And since he's tamed it, he's pretty much made everything a little bit easier for me. So if we pop on inside, I definitely want to organize my dinos real quick because they're really just messed up. And I think Fluffy's head is like right outside the wall over here if you look. Yeah, like there's Fluffy's head. Like his entire body, honestly. It's not even just his head. So I still want to do this layered spike system. The spikes decayed because I was gone for like PAX or something, or one of the conventions, or I was gone for I was going to say school. I was like, I'm not in school anymore. I was gone for, I think, back to my family's, or I did Purge and I had enough videos and I didn't even want to play, and I just was waiting for Purge videos to run out. And those decayed, but now that Demo is going to be living right next to here, they shouldn't decay. And then I believe Havoc moved in here as well, or is going to move in here because people keep messing with his stuff. But like this in here is just so bland that I almost want to like, I want to honeycomb the walls for sure. But you know how difficult and how much materials it's going to be to honeycomb that much wall? A lot. Beyond a lot. So, that being said, I think best case scenario is that where the bubble is up top, I'm going to have like a drop down like ceiling where the bubble is. Just that way, if somebody blows into here and starts working their way up, they don't just go through one layer, because that is the bubble. Like that is there. And if they blow in and work their way up and just break those doors, they're into the bubble and they have everything. So I'm probably going to have to do that like today or like later today just before Purge, because I don't want people to... it is Friday, by the way, the time I'm recording. It's the day I'm recording it is the day you're seeing it right now. So, oh, we still have a catapult on him? Wait, who did we have a catapult on? What the hell? Not Fluffy. Oh, Pteranodon. Okay, I remember, yeah. Yep, okay. I don't know how I accented the Pteranodon's inventory. I was like, I remember the Pteranodon having a catapult, but I don't remember the T-Rexes having catapults on them. There we go. Indoor cages are the best, man. Indoor cages are the best. I hate having outdoor cages now, just risking your dinosaurs' lives away. Even though I've seen, like, I think Hydra has a pretty good, like, combat towards, outdoor cages. They just build them pretty much full of behemoth gates, and then they just put spikes on the side of the behemoth gates, which I don't think should work, but it did work, and it was weird, so... Argentavis, we're just straight up HP on these bad boys. The head one will be much faster. And I think I'm going to tame a few of these RGs before Purge as well, because I definitely want to bring some RGs out like I was trying to plan to. I was planning on trying to do the Argentavis army before Purge. But obviously things got a little bit more difficult because Center Map released, and then the modded survival series is something that I really have been wanting to do. Especially since it's 10 times, it's so much easier to gather and get stuff done. I can just do it. Like, there's no issues at all with it. I can just be like, all right, I want some metal. Let's run up onto some rocks. Let's smack some rocks for, like, literally 3 minutes. I have tons of weight, so I just run back to the refining forges, drop them in, and then I just go AFK. And I come back, like, an hour later, everything's ready to go, and then I just start the episode. It's so simple to do those modded series, and I'm looking forward to doing more of them. In this, it's 3 times. It's a little bit more difficult. But in this series, I feel like I get a little bit more... What the hell? He has all of this on him. Okay. We should move all this upstairs. We should definitely move all of this upstairs. Silica pearls. Oh, we have some oil. Some hide, some pelt. I'm going to leave those on him because they're way too heavy. I didn't even know he had this on him. These are all just... This is what happens when people live in your base and you don't have any storage bins set up in this base. People are just like, I'll just throw everything on the Rex. He'll be my storage for now, so. We have a ton of catapult shots for Purge. I'm looking forward to that. We need to get more cannon shells and stuff. I kind of want to put cannons on the base. Like, on this base, but at the same time... Damn it, Quetzal, you are parked in the worst location. Your beak is just going to flop back and forth and hit me right off the ladders. If I fall off these ladders, I'm dead, so let's not fall off the ladders, yeah? Ooh, is this one placed the correct way? These aren't placed the correct way. I'm not going to be able to get up there. Usually I just fly the Quetz up, so I guess we're going to do that instead. But yeah, as I was saying, you get a little bit more, like... You get a little bit, like, more... I wouldn't have, I don't know the word, not recognition, but like when it's multiplayer and you build something big, people are like, okay, you are building big. You're doing good. And everybody else gets to see it, not through video. And they kind of get the sheer scale. Video never shows scale and it never will. But when somebody flies by this, they're going to be like intimidated. And then if nobody really flies by any of my builds on single player because it's single player. So, you know what I mean? You get a little bit more recognition and you get a little bit more oomph because you're building also against raiders versus just building against random people. So where's our saddle bin? Saddle bin, saddle bin, saddle. What do we get? A Doedicurus, a Dire Bear, and Argentavis. Okay, that was from Purge, right? Yeah, okay. That was from the Purge raid with the T-Rex. I forgot. And then let's go fabrication. What else do we have? Yep, fabrication. Throw those in there. We'll throw this in here. And we'll just throw the pelt in with the hide. Because it pretty much is just fluffy hide, honestly. There we go. And then we have tools, which I'm just going to hold on to. Because I need to go out and build some more. Jeez, I've eaten a lot of food in this whole time. We also have the industrial grill now, which we also can't run yet. But we have campfires downstairs, so no big issue. Well, thank you guys for stopping by today's episode. This was a castle tour. I guess it's called a castle, or it's called a something. We're going to fly around the outside, because I haven't really showed you too much of the outside from, like, distance-wise. And then we'll fly off into the sunset for the end of the episode. So here we go. Fly off into the sunset with Quetzal that is unnamed. So it kind of looks goofy, honestly. It looks goofy, but at the same time, it looks pretty freaking awesome. I like it. I like it very much. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.